beautiful beings of the universe, welcome to Now. I'll be starting this video first of all with this Tibetan bowl sound to clear up the negative energy around. Next, I just got some beautiful flowers from the forest for free. The soil is so beautiful. So I think I'll keep this purple one because I just got this today. Lovely red candle. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how we should save our energies and attack the unknown. But before I talk about that, I'm going to just shuffle some of the beautiful Jesus Christ cards and see what message he has got for us. So this says, all things, whatever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. Matthew 21:22. And the beautiful, lovely Christ, the most beautiful, the most high, Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, they're all the same. That's why whether you worship Krishna, you worship Christ, you worship Allah, you worship any god, all of the gods of any religion throughout the world, they all talk of the same thing, of the oneness and of the beauty and love. So, basically in this video, I just wanted to share also in my experience this morning. So I just went to that forest where I generally go with my tea. And the moment I go there are these people's dogs. The moment I just enter, they start to bark because they've got a problem with why I'm there enjoying my life in a relaxed way. They are so troubled. So there was time I had just never spoken out loud about it. But now I've started calling out. So I told that house owner to ask their dog to bark louder. That was not enough. And the dog was already barking. Boom, boom, boom. I told that's not loud. Can you be louder? Bark even louder. Come on, bring it on. You want to wreak the havoc? Let's take it to the extreme. Because this is the thing, when you are not trying to run away from a scary situation, see, this is the thing. You, as the chosen one, the world wants to shrink you. The world wants to contract you. They want to induce fear into you. And that's why they let out all their dogs, or the moment you go out, they start shedding their grass with those big heavy machines. You need not shred your grass that early in the morning. That is clearly, they just get irritated by your presence because your aura emits light and they hate it. So they want to show clear signs that you are not welcome. So my question to them is, you do not own the forest. You do not own the parks. So who the fuck are you to tell me to leave? They have so much delusion in them, these narcissists, these haters, these racists. They think that they own the entire world, that the world is their slave. They think that they can just walk over other man's or woman's boundaries. You need to call out. Because in this time, when clearly it's the audacity of people is just getting crazy, they want you to just be locked up inside the house and get mad, so that later they just want to make you like them, who are all the time sitting in hospital with their ailments, and they better be sick. Those liars, those narcissists, they better be sick because they have spread enough hate. And guess what? When you spread hate, that same hate breeds disease in you. So they might have lots of millions of dollars. What's use? You do not have a good soul. You do not have a good health. You can go and get yourself surgery and think you're happy, think you can heal yourself. With that damaged spirit, nobody can heal you. You're still going to feel lost. You know, it's the story, like it's written in some scripture. An unjust person with unjustified lying spirit, their life is worse than a ghost which has got a huge big belly and is all the time hungry, but there's no space in the mouth. They just got very hole like space. So all they can do is just imagine about food, but they can never have it. And that is the case with a person who's never satisfied, is ever greedy. They're power hungry people. And they want to control others, especially the chosen ones, because they cannot stand your light. They cannot stand your truth. And they think by showing this whole thing of hate and fear, they can control you. They try to intimidate you wherever you go. And what's the use? What are you getting by doing that? Nothing. They basically want you to be just like them, so that how they are deluded, running after their god is money. So of course they've got to be playing this game of lying, in which they say you just need to keep on running, do this and do that, and then you make this much money, and then you put into this market and this stock and this whatever thing they do, and then this is going to multiply. And all that money which is not earned respectfully in service of others, that same money is going to eat you up alive. See, money is goddess. The goddess behind money is goddess Lakshmi, and goddess Lakshmi always worships a person who's truly interested in helping and serving the mankind, who's not interested in being greedy. So what Maya does, this whole game of Maya, she gives a lot of money to the evil ones, and the evil ones, the greedy ones, they are like those gluttonous rats who just keep on eating. They are so greedy, those rats. They just keep on eating, 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 hogging, and they die of overeating. Same is the case with these people. Those who do not earn their money through the righteous way, they just keep on hoarding, 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 getting greedy. And that excess itself will cause you to die, because you have anyway left your soul long back. See, this is the thing. Why a narcissist plays out like that is because as they started growing up, they saw the life and the challenges. And the life is challenging for both the narcissist and the hero, the chosen one. The chosen one just does not choose to use that hate energy to the righteous ones. They use that hate energy, what is thrown to them, to act in order to fight the evil. They do not use that negative energy of the world in order to suppress the ones below them. What a narcissist does, what a hater does, what a negative vibing, low vibrational person does is when they are being tested by life, which everybody gets tested, they try to be very nice and friendly with another cheat liar who's more in power with them as compared to them. And the one who is humble and a little bit below them, they go and overrule them. And that there is no modesty in that. There is no humbleness in that. They basically exploit the ones below them, and they worship the person on top of them, above them. Even though the people above them are literally kicking his life with their shoes, they still worship that master who's literally kicking mud in your face. And the people below you, who might be nice and friendly to you, you just use and abuse them. That's the way of the narcissist. A chosen one works in a very different way. They always call out, even if it's the boss, is their manager, is their president, is their CEO, it's the government, it's whatever highest body it be. If they see there is an injustice that does not serve them, there is no equality involved, they see the partiality, they call out. That is the way of the chosen one. And whatever lesson they have learned, they in turn go and share it with the society so that it could be of use to somebody out there. Somebody would make sense out of it. They do not believe in exploiting the younger people than them. They do not exploit the children. What a narcissist does is first they exploit their own children just because they are younger. And they want to control the child. When the child calls out that this is not fair what you did, they say, who are you to tell me? What lives have you seen? But they do not see that a child has got very pure heart. A child, because a child's eye is fresh into this world, it's not contaminated as yet. They can call out, they can see the bullshit that you're doing to your own child. When you tell them that you will do something for them and you do not do it, or else when you are saying something to be nice and honest and be hardworking, but you yourself are not, the child learns from the parents in terms of what they are doing, not by the words. So lying, cheating, narcissistic parents is going to do the same because the child will learn from their actions until the child grows up and they see through how lying was their upbringing. And then they grow up and they think, no, I'm not going to be like that. When they have realized what all happened was wrong, they choose this path now, that I'm going to regrow myself. Now you yourself are the parent to your own self, and it's like your second birth. Every chosen one knows what I'm talking about. If you did not have the right sort of parenting, see, a right parenting is essential because right parents would induce you with confidence, with spirit, with the courage to step up for truth. A corrupt parent is in turn just going to tell you to keep quiet when you are being challenged by authorities. Keep quiet, hush, shh, shh, don't speak. They would not let you express. And that is why those parents with dead souls want to snatch the soul of their own children. They are the murderers of their own children. And they might be celebrating big fake birthdays for their children. That's bullshit. That's not what the child wanted. The child wanted honesty. The child wanted it to be heard. The child wanted to feel safe. But you did not do that. You just told your child to be number one in the class, to keep studying, to be the best, so that you can brag in front of other relatives that, look, my child is so intelligent. And when the child said, this is what I want to be, this is where my true calling is, they say there's no money in that. You want to be a beggar? Do you want to live on the street? Child is too young at that time. They don't understand. They think maybe they're right. Child is the most innocent, soft mind they have. Whatever you tell them, they just tend to accept it. Most of the parents think that the child is their trophy child. They want to make the child successful through their lens. They do not want to see that child might have a absolutely different viewpoint of life altogether. No, they just want you to be the best in school, college, and be the best at your job so that they can compare with their relatives and their children. It's such a pointless thing. And the check is that you're always compared. This ever comparing society, which always tells you, see, other person's child is doing so much better than you. They open their own business, they're doing better than you. They're doing blah blah blah, they are so much accomplished by now. They've got marriage, they've got children. What about you? Loser? You do nothing? You just work and live? Because it's your choice and nobody respects that. It's your choice that you wanted to be the way you are. Every individual has their own choice. But no, society wants to compartmentalize you. Society does not want unique individuals. They want like brick. Every brick should be the same. How could that be? And if you are different, which you are, then you are threatened by society. Like I'm threatened every single day. And that's the life you live as a chosen one. For the courage that you show up, for being yourself, this fucking ugly society is going to challenge you, trying to break your spirit. Ha! Thinking they can do that. They can't do that. The more things you take away from me, the stronger I get. Deny me, and I will show you how fire is my spirit. Basically, I'm a fire element. And so I worship fire. I worship sun because I come from the light. I'm the child of light. I'm fire element. And they want to suppress fire. You cannot do that. You can come in groups. You can come together 10, 20, hundreds of you and bark at me. Humans bark. Dogs talk. This is true. Humans bark and dogs talk. That's why I have a lot of respect for dogs, like I said in a lot of my videos, because dogs are only doing what they're told. But humans, these are the most demonic beings. They cannot stand somebody unique and different than them. They want to snatch your soul. They want to snatch your destiny. They want to clip your wings, make you like a worm, just like how they are. There are people who do not have soul, who do not have spirit. They have money, but they are still worms crawling because all their life they have lived like that, like a crab, by just being extra nice to the traitor, to the culprit, just because they have more power. And that's how they made their money. That's how they build those houses. That's how they build those fancy stuffs that they flaunt on social media. How do you think are they getting all those international trips and this and that? All that is by the corrupt money which was taken from the poor. The poor who wanted that their dental done, they were not allowed. The medical insurance did not cover that. And the cheat lying medical industry, it's a murderous industry. It will kill you. They are only going to do whatever stuff fancy for the rich, for the normal people, for the average middle class. They say, no, this is not covered. No, I cannot allow you for that physio. That does not cover in your stuff. Why don't you raise the insurance thing? So take a better premium policy. And they want to delude you into believing that if you spend all that, you're going to get all of the benefits. No, insurance companies are biggest lies because they all have set up their lying business with the medical industry. I was watching Bruce Lipton's video. Do watch him out. He's such a genius person. He talks of healing yourself through subconsciously, through the positive affirmations by giving yourself love, self-love. So he says that 70% of the people are dying of prescribed drugs. And the medical industry does not want you to say that, as their fake lying hospitals and whatever things they do is just going to fall apart. So Bruce Lipton, who was the real scientist who discovered all of this, he was denied. He was told you need to leave your research work now because we do not want the truth to be out. Because if the truth is out, then nobody is going to buy these medicines, which are actually not healing at all. All of that most of them works on placebo effect. So not 100% of the medical industry is like that, but primarily the goal is money making. Any customer, any patient who is healed, who goes out healthy is a lost business to the medical industry. So why would they do that? And no wonder when you go to the clinic, to the doctor, they look like devils. Like I cannot even tell you what my true problem is. You are so delusional. You are so much manipulative. I tell this is the problem, and they say that's not a problem. That's fine. So if there is no problem, why should I come to you? And they don't care. People of truth, if we live or die, nobody cares about you. Matter of fact, even if you're a lying person, nobody cares about whether you live or you die. So better take responsibility and do not just go blindly into these doctors and give your blind faith into them. Hey, heal me. Take care of my health. Please, doctor, heal me. Those are not doctors, those are demons. All they do is just refer to you, do this, do that. Write X amount of tests, do some shit. And you do not get any sort of wellness. You do not get any sort of healing things out of that. What truly heals you is nature. What truly heals you is when you go to the mountain, you go to the Himalayas, you go to any sort of a peaceful place where you can find love. Nature gives you love. Restaurants, you go to the restaurants, have you seen the way they serve you like dogs? I don't want to eat out in restaurants which do not have a sense of wellness and serving. They just treat you like a table number, like number 56, call out. And then they just come and like you have no decency that you are serving a customer. They come with their whole life of hatred and then they just throw it on you because they are so overworked in the restaurants. and all their negative energy seeps into the food. No wonder when you eat their food, you feel so indigested. They're so miserable people, and then they all their negative energy, the way they have made it, if it's not made with love, if it's not served with love, it's going to cause you indigestion. So I do eat out sometimes, but I'm very careful about picking the people, picking the restaurant. Where I see happy faces, I go mostly in those places. Because those are the people who serve you with joy. A joyful food served by a joyful person, that is tasty now. Even it might be a very plain food. That might just be a bowl of salad. But if it's served by happy people who have this art of serving, they respect you, you will see that the food was really delicious. And no matter how much oily and spicy the food is, but if it is not served with love, if it was served with hate, it will turn like poison in your body. You'll feel so much uneasy. That's the truth of it. That's truth. So anyway, you do feel that you do not have that much infinite amount of energy to keep fighting the demons also. So when you feel drained out, just come home and be quiet. Just watch your breath in and out. Even if you have nobody to speak to, like literally nobody to speak to, even if you have zero friends and zero community thing, nobody who truly understands you, just come home, light an incense, light a candle, and just watch your breath. Listen to some healing sounds of nature, like the sound of ocean waves, or the sound of wind, or the sound of fire burning, or the sound of birds chirping. Just try and keep yourself at ease because these times are crazy. It's literally every person is against everyone. In their family, there is so much chaos. Nobody talks to anyone because they know the moment they will speak, it's going to erupt into a fight. Everybody's anti of everyone. This is the time. It's just going to get crazier. And they want you to believe in a world of lying money, the money business, thinking that they are going to give you stability. Who are you kidding? Where is stability? There was never stability. You're looking for that solid ground. There's only one solid ground, that is in the Christ. Only one solid ground in truth. And this is the thing, like people do not want to go to truth because truth is ugly and the lies are beautiful. Truth is always ugly. Nobody wants to hear the truth. The moment your parents tell you that we love you only as long as you earn this much, you look this much, you have health, the moment you are deteriorating into nothingness, nobody wants to own you. You're already let out loose by your family. So, is that family really truly your family? Yes, I do have a lot of respect because they raised me up and they did all that thing while I was still growing into more conscious being. Till I did not have my own thoughts, till I did not have my own expression, till I did not start thinking on my own terms, because all of that was outsourced. When as a child I would question certain things, why are you doing like this? Why are you not supporting my other sibling when they are raising their voice on something right? Then you are just pushed off. And you are told not to have your own opinion. So your entire life till 18 is just sold by the school system. So you are just told that so many years of your life, 12 years of your life, you just have to study, get good grades, and keep on moving to the next, without questioning, why am I doing all this? Where is it taking me? What is the end goal of that? But that time you are too young. You're under 18 and you have not seen enough world. You have not seen the world at all. Then you grow up and you see the world is it's a jungle. World is a jungle. There's not even one person who is supporting you because you chose to be on the truth side. Now world is a jungle. And world is a jungle even for a liar. Don't think that being a narcissist, you do not have to fight. If you are a dog being a narcissist, another bigger dog than you who has more power and who is more ugly than you is going to eat you. Know that in this dog eat dog world, everybody is being consumed by another being. Even your business, you think the big fancy business you have made, there's already somebody who is bigger than you, who has got more money, control, power, and they can fall lower in cheating, okay? So if you think you are the biggest cheat ever, that's false. There are levels even in the demonology. So if you think you are a great demon, fuck that. Fuck that shit, because there's another demon stronger than you who's way more demonic than you. So in front of that bigger demon, you turn to be like a small innocent person. They do not see you like a demon. They see you like, oh, another food. So you in turn are being consumed by something which has got more power and control than you. So don't you think that only it's with the all this game of you know cheating and eating business is going on only with the truthful people? That's wrong. If you as a cheating person thought that by firing an honest person from job you got away by saving that money, that salary which was meant for that honest person, for that chosen one, you took that money, karma will pay you with that. Your business is going to suffer tremendously. Just wait and watch. This is a very honest world. Karma is for real. What you do wrong to others comes back to you. Maybe not in the form of money, it might be in the form of a broken relationship. It might be in the form of another sort of trash that is just going to devastate you. So don't play with the chosen ones thinking you are just free because you took their money. You did not take their money. You basically called out for fatal fate to fall upon you. Now just wait and watch. And we do nothing. God shall give the justice. So if you are out there seeking justice, don't worry. Just don't worry. Trust me. You shall get the justice. And those who have cheated you for your business, for your money, by taking your power and control, they shall suffer. All of that shall happen to them. It's a cycle. Just wait and watch. Just wait. All you need is patience. People think that by taking the money from the poor, by keeping them deprived and them living in huge houses and lots of international trips and spending all of that, their millions of dollars on their golden seated toilet, what are you trying to do? There are people dying of hunger. There are people who are homeless. There are people who have nothing to eat. And don't you have shame? Why are you having 20, 30 houses? For what? And still you are hungry. You are literally a hungry ghost. A society in which there is huge divide. Somebody who is denied basic rights. Such basic rights, you do not give it to them. And you take it and give it to somebody who already has an excess. They will die of that excess. Just wait and watch. Because if you curse somebody who deserved it and you took away from their share, their curse is going to destroy you. Because God is watching everything. And you might think like, oh, you are so frustrated, sad. Look at us, we are so happy. Swimming in your pools with so many fancy stuffs and having all that thing, but you're still not happy. You're still not happy because you know it was not yours. You stole it from others share. You traded your soul with the devil just for that goodie. Now that same goodie is going to destroy you. You are living in a family where nobody is going to respect you. Everybody is eyeing you for your money. You will live a life of threat. Your entire life is a life lived in threat. There's no security. Have whatever bodyguards you want. Have a gunman next to you all the time. What a pathetic life. Because you did not live in justice. You did not do justice to others. So you shall not be given justice. You will live as a slave inside of your whole palace of gold and diamonds. So much better is the life of a person who, even if they have less, but they live their life in honesty. They might be denied things, they might have pain in their body, they might not have good medical service because what is good medical service, first of all? The chemo that a lot of these people talk about, a lot of people have died of chemo. My own uncle, he died of cancer. And the medical industry, they drained so much amounts of money. It was an ongoing thing for, 10 years. And who knows? It might have been because of their toxic medicine that they gave it to him. Chemo after chemo. It literally took out most of his life energies. He turned so weak. All they're interested in, unless and until you do not sign that, they do not even, like, you have to have so much lakhs of rupees, 20 lakhs for treating cancer. So if you do not have 20, 30 lakhs, what happens to you? You die. So what sort of a demonic medical industry is this? They do not care about your life. They care about money. Somebody who does not have money, they are telling basically you die. We don't care about you. And when you, all of the truth of good health, which is through plant medicine, herbal way of living, sattvic way of living, all of those things were denied. Why all of these things are put behind the curtain? And only the medical industry gets all of the media and attention because they want to show you like they care about you. They do not care about you. They just want to outsource your so-called, which ideally you should take your own responsibility of your health. A lot of people have died of excessive chemo because those harmful radiations not only kills the cancerous cells, it also kills the healthy cells in the body. And then, I watched another beautiful video, a documentary in which, where do these people, these most fanciest doctors who travel across the world for doing surgery and this and that, where do they get their children and their family treated? So they went to an illiterate woman. She's just a very spiritual person, and she basically heals people through herbs and medicine, which are all natural. Everything is natural plant medicine. And when their children have got problem, those same doctors who are doing chemo on others, they do not do the same on their family. They go to those doctors and she does not even charge anything. And they get cured from that. But if those doctors are honest, they will have to lose their job. So they are supposed to treat every patient like a case. And deep down, all of us know that, right? We all know this. The problem is we do not know where to get the right information of a good plant medicine person. So check this doctor out, Dr. Sebi, Sebi. His incredible books on how at the acid and the base things in your body, the balance between the pH balance can keep all of the diseases away. But he, in turn, his lots of videos and contents was suppressed, because now that means people are not going to the medical industry. People could heal themselves, and that's what he said. Yes, you have the power to heal yourself. So he was told to shut up. He told how eating vegetarian, good healthy diet, staying vegan can cure lots of diseases of your body. First of all, it will not let you fall sick, but no. They want to keep on forcing you to believe that no, you need to eat meat, you need to eat eggs for protein. Just because they've got those big slaughterhouses where they are killing innocent animals, they want you to eat that. Greatest source of protein is in the plant-based. And they don't want you to tell that, want you to know the truth. Dr. Sebi, just read about him, and there are lots of videos of Dr. Sebi, Sebi. Just check him out. He talks of how you can heal your body in the most easiest way. It's just about changing the habit. But we just want to take a pill and forget about changing our habits, changing of our diet. I myself used to eat eggs so many times, and I was a big fan of egg. But when I took this Sattvic challenge by Ultimate Health Challenge, those are amazing people. Those are the real ones, and their voice is being suppressed because they talk actually about how you can live healthy, how you can live a nice, happy, simple, beautiful life. But now, thing is, it will not be so flashy, so they want to suppress it. That's so boring now. But you just want to take a pill and forget about disease. Disease comes from not being at ease because the system wants you to get mad. System wants you to be like a slave. You need to run on a time schedule like a rat. Rat race. That's what they call it. Rat race. Wake up every day at 5 or 6 or whatever time you wake up. Eat. Have your breakfast. Take a dump. Take shower. Go to work. Do the same things within certain amount of time. And keep on repeating this year after year. Take some water. Nobody cares about your health and wellness, whether you are with the light side or with the dark. So choose it for yourself. Because if you will not, nobody else will. You might feel that the way the decisions you have to make is just too much and too much of thing needs to be done. Because truly, if you take responsibility, that's a whole lot of work. Yes, it is. Just take one thing at a time. Just take one thing at a time. And anytime you feel that, which happens to me, I feel that there is just too much to do and I'm just getting mad, then know that everything is already predestined. I need not get mad. I can just relax into my I am. I can just relax into my breathing in and breathing out in my breath. And here's the thing, when you actually come to watching your breath, you will realize that all this while you were not watching your breath, you were in your thought space, you were not really feeling the inflow and the outflow of the oxygen in your body. But when you do start listening to that, you do start feeling that, now you feel more spacious in your body. What if embracing truth means that you're not going to meet up societal standards? So society might laugh at you that you are such a fool, you are such a joker. That's why they laugh at you, right? Whenever you go out, they call you crazy. Like I'm called crazy so many times. Not just now that I'm an adult. I've been called crazy when I was in school. I've been called crazy when I was in college. Just because I would ask the right questions and I was not like them. I could just feel a sense of bullshit from my very small childhood. I could never make sense of it. Like every day, my father and my siblings, they would want me to just wake up and start to put up a fake face and like be very happy around my parents. I was like, why should I? So I used to wake up very grim. First of all, I never wanted to wake up in the morning. I just wanted to have my own time and relax more. But I was told, you are so lazy, just wake up. Just wake up and study. And it's so much torture for a child. No, I don't think I want to be in that controlling situation. I think life as an adult is wild. Of course, you are in the jungle of the outer mad world. But being a child is pathetic. You are always at the mercy of your parents. Where is the freedom? You are told it's very much of a control. So you better grow up. If you are a child, it's so much better. But you grow up and you see the world is a jungle. So a lot of people will have this illusion that, oh, my childhood was so nice. My childhood was great. No, that's not true. Because as a child, you are just a seed. And every seed wants to every seed wants to become a tree, a full grown tree. And that is the game of the society, the mud. Society wants to throw stones at you. The more you are trying to expand your consciousness, they want to shrink you further. Society is like the rain and thunder, and you are like the tree of consciousness growing. Your job is to grow despite the stones thrown at you. Your job is to grow despite the hate thrown at you. See, those hate and fear of society thrown at you is like rain and thunder and lightning that the plant wants. The plant wants the rain for it to grow. So, this idea of going back to childhood might seem nice just because you do not see the fear, but in turn, there was another aspect in childhood which was control. Yes, you were given food, clothing, and shelter, and education, and probably best travels. Yeah, I got all of that as a child. A lot of goodies, very good. Like if you see somebody who has not got all those things from their parents, so even I'm saying even if you had excess, like very good international vacations and stuffs, but still if you do not have freedom, you know within yourself that there is something missing. Even if your parents are super rich and they give you everything except freedom, there's no there's no joy in that. There's no juice in that. And for that freedom, you have to fight the world. For that freedom of being yourself is not an easy path. And the easy part that the world tells you, we will give you the goodies, we will give you the money and the power and control, but trade your soul. That's why you see, none of those people are happy. They look so wretched, they look so poor. Yes, they are poor because they have traded their soul. If you think the things I'm saying is just on repeat, because you guys are also doing things on repeat. Are you not bored of the game you're playing with me? So why should I be bored of playing the truth, playback, singing the same time? Because you've been playing the same game time and again with me. So I'm going to play it too. It's a cycle, give and take. What you give to me, I will give it back. I'll just alchemize it and bring it back. But I'll always come up with the output. Don't think I'll stop. I'm not here to stop. I'm not traveling the world alone on my own, doing every single thing on my own to be stopped by these tadpoles. And I've not even begun. I've not even started. I'm still thinking of what I should do so that I can be more of myself. So that I can live more in freedom. So that I can break out of the system. So that I could be completely free. Because I'm a very free spirit. You guys know this by now. And all these people who are chained are basically greedy. I'm not greedy. I'm not like you. I find the things that you guys fancy party, this and that, fancy shiny clothes and acting low, acting cheap. It's just too cheap for me. You all are too cheap for me. Things that excites you, it's too cheap for me. Because my interest is in way higher things. I'm interested in the divine. I'm interested in beauty. I'm interested in truth. I'm interested in divinity. I'm not interested in cheap stuff like you. Because you are too cheap. Not me. Call me out. Count me out. I don't care. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share in this video. Keep shining. Stay the fire alive. Keep the light alive. Like this candle. Be the sun in your own world. Even if nobody listens to you, still be the sun. If you feel that the negative energies around you, the hate of people has just brought you down and beaten you too many times, you feel weak, that's okay. Rest, relax, and then come back again. But don't ever stop. Don't stop. Don't stop the party. This is the real party, not the party of dancing in the club. Dance in the club, I'm not against that. I've done that so many times when I enjoy that. I'm not against that. I'm just against you doing whatever at the cost of selling your soul. If you have soul, you can enjoy the same material things in a very different way. A yogi enjoys too, just their intention is different than a liar narcissist. That's all. Enjoy every day. Love yourself. Bye. I'll see you next one.